Today we are yet again going to react to more celebrities and more of their fragrances on GQ's hit YouTube series 10 Things I Can't Live Without. But I must say before we get into the video, if you are already a fan of this series, please subscribe if you have yet to, as this content is free for me to produce, so if you can freely do that for me too, I can get more of this to you sooner as well. That, and if we hit 500 likes, I'll do another one of these extra quick. So please like this video at any point if you are enjoying the show. Now roll intro, roll video.
Here we got some Jimmy Choo Cologne, I like to call it.
Firstly, we have professional baseball player, right fielder for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and also professional 10-pin bowler, Mookie Betts with Jimmy Choo Man Blue to match some Dodger Blue. So on principle alone, as far as color, I guess that makes sense.
I don't wear it all the time, but when I do, this is my cologne of choice. It smells pretty good, not too strong, not too soft. Yeah, I think it's just the right blend for me. Now,
Man Blue is a flanker to the OG Jimmy Choo Man, which was Jimmy Choo's own fruity aromatic take on that blue style fragrance that you'd see made popular in those fragrances like Bleu de Chanel or Dior Sauvage. That being said, while in my personal opinion less expensive smelling, Man Blue is arguably a little bit more well-rounded than its predecessors. Like, not only is it fresh and showery overall, you have this like sweeter vanilla ambery side to it too. Now, I personally could do without it, but props to Jimmy Choo, I guess, for trying here. Trying something new, I mean.
I spray and walk in it. That way it kind of gets everywhere. Because I feel like when I spray directly, actually I sprayed it in my eyes one day, but I can't really spray and walk right now since I'm sitting down, so we're gonna spray and move in it.
Oh fuck, where do we start here? For a man who has expert understanding in physics as far as how to catch something or bowl a strike, somehow I guess that doesn't apply to fragrance here for Mookie Betts, because this routine right here is super rough. Oh man, this sucks. For him, never spray the air and just try to catch it with a sleeve or walk into it. It's literally throwing money away, like the rapper equivalent of, you know, making it rain. And here's how. If I try to spray the air and do that to it, sure, I get some of it, but trust me, most of it's already evaporated by the time you actually connect. But if I take this card right here and spray directly onto it, then isn't it a more effective spraying method if most of it landed onto here? And I'd say this is one of the most common myths as far as fragrance in general, as far as the fragrance being more dispersed, having more of an effect. That's absolutely false. If the spray in a certain area is more concentrated, is rather heated and hydrated, that's what's going to force the fragrance to properly evaporate off of you and radiate beautifully. So it goes without saying, doing this on your pulse points is probably the best thing to do. Again, your neck, your wrists, the back of your neck, the insides of your elbows if you don't have long sleeves, or maybe somewhere on your chest if you are without a shirt. That's how to really do it properly, not this Mookie shit right here. But with that being said, I'm still not against spraying clothes, because the chemistry of some fragrances allow it to cling onto fabrics really well. So if you think that helps you with a more enveloping aura and that's what you want to go for, then go ahead and do so. Unless your fragrance might stain your clothes, then don't do that. But if you do, just don't do it the way Mookie is instructing right here. It's all good though, Mook. Still love you. In my opinion, you're still the best sports person in all of North American sports right now. Can't win at everything though, right? But yeah, y'all, if you're at least interested in the fragrance that Mookie Betts has here and Jimmy Choo Man Blue, then for 100 ml it retails for about $92 US. On to the next one.
Cologne. I've been rocking with the Hermes Voyage. This is a nice one, okay?
Up next, we have Grammy Award-winning recording artist Anderson .Paak, and here he has the superb Voyage d'Hermes, and not the Eau de Toilette concentration, but in that very lovely Eau de Parfum concentration. You seldom see this one, and I think you can tell that I'm a big fan of it, so good job to Anderson so far.
You gotta do it like this too. Not on the clothes, okay? On the actual skin. It can't just rest on your clothes, because like, you know, then it's just gonna smell like weed and a mixture of stuff. But if you put it on your actual skin and when you sweat it out, it's gonna smell like you're gonna sweat Hermes, you know?
And yes, thank you, Anderson. That's a bit better of an analysis when it comes to a spraying routine. Mind you, when it comes to sweating out that fragrance, people will still smell the weed off of your clothes, so that might be a little funky, but at least as far as the sweating it out part, at least he gets the idea. That being said, you don't want to sweat too hard, you know, depending on if your BO is worse than most. But yeah, for an awesome fragrance to work, all you need is your skin, a little bit of heat, a little bit of moisture, and voila, You're just gonna smell awesome. I will say though that this man should be spraying his neck, you know, considering most people's noses are like nose and or neck level high. That, and again, that's where hella heat is right there, and of course your neck is exposed, so people are gonna naturally be able to get most of your scent if it is mostly there. So just let it radiate off of you there, bruh. Especially this shit in Voyage d'Hermès Eau de Parfum. Somehow this concentration has just eluded me for years. Like, I've been meaning to get it and then I just don't for whatever reason, but I should probably change that. It's a bit more sensual and less fleeting than the more fresher Eau de Toilette concentration, of course. So you got notes of juniper berry, some sandalwood, along with others to make this more of a more smoky, musky, creamy approach to an all-rounder kind of scent. And I think I would recommend this most to someone who has not the hottest of environments that he lives in, but can feasibly spray more of this in the wintertime and less of this in the summertime. Just a great signature scent. So again, great stuff to Anderson .Paak here. And yeah, if you also want to smell like Voyage d'Hermès Eau de Parfum, it'll run you a clean $157 for 100 ml. On to the next one.
My Aventus Creed Cologne.
And hey, here we go with today's Aventus enthusiast. Yes, we have one for almost every video I do like this. This time it's pro basketball player shooting guard for the Miami Heat, Victor Oladipo. Man, I feel bad for this dude because he keeps getting hurt, keeps getting traded. Oh man, it's hard out here for a G. Well, one thing's for certain, Aventus is dope as fuck, so fair play to him for that.
This is the only cologne I wear. It's to a point where sometimes I might not even use it and I still smell like that because it's like embodied in me. I wear it that much, so.
Well, fuck, I wish it could be embodied in me sometimes too. Real talk though, Aventus is definitely the ultimate signature scent. That pineapple-y, smoky, musky, woody concoction is just seductive AF and undeniable for almost any occasion. So if you also like to spam it like Victor does, then you aren't the only one. Trust me.
It smells like roses in a garden. You know how you fall in a garden and the aroma kind of just hits you in your nose. It kind of smells like that, but it's not too strong. It's just right.
No, Victor, I do not know what that's like. Pretty sure that shit would suck though, with all the blood everywhere from the rose thorns. But it's all good. Of course, Victor is just having fun, just like most Aventus wearers should, because again, it is great. That being said, I would say most Aventus wearers are also not fragrance enthusiasts at large. As a result, when you smell something like this, albeit beautiful, it might just be a little bit nondescript, and without notes, you're just going to mentally want to presume that what this is smells like something you visually find beautiful. So I guess that romantic and or euphoric thoughts just is something as specific as falling onto roses for him. So yeah, that's cool. Again, hopefully just roses, not rose garden, because again, ouch. But yeah, if you also want to holler at Aventus yourself, for 100 ml, it's going to cost you a clean $435, but pro tip, whenever the world is no longer on hold due to the pando or pandemic, try copying Aventus overseas, like across the pond out there in Europe, because the MSRP over there, not even the discount rates, the MSRP is at times even lower than the discounted rates here in America and or North America. So yeah, the more you know. Anyway, moving on to the next one.
Next up is my cologne.
Next up, we have cooking extraordinaire and fellow YouTuber Andrew Ray, aka Binging with Babish, and here he now easily has the most obscure fragrance on this channel ever, and it is Frank Muller's Crazy Hours.
I believe in smelling good. I don't think it costs a lot to smell good. You can smell good using a very limited budget, but I wanted to try to get like a really curated scent. So I got this when I was in Paris.
Now my man says you don't have to spend that much money to smell good, but yet here he is buying a really expensive fragrance in Crazy Hours. I know this because while my man smelled this in Paris, I personally smelled this and the other ones in Lisbon on the way to Nice in France. But at least I think it's kind of worth it. I think it's a really nice scent. And if you tend to like stuff that is conventionally a citrusy, aromatic, vetiver, masculine type of fragrance, then this might especially be for you. The vetiver here is especially nice. It is definitely clean, but you have a little bit more of a rugged rootiness as well, which makes it not just clean, but also masculine feeling. And this makes sense because Crazy Hours the fragrance is based off of Crazy Hours the watch. So if you don't already know, Frank Muller is a well-known watchmaker from Geneva, well known for their big hulking to no shape watches, very masculine, not dainty at all whatsoever, and of course the Crazy Hour specifically known for its weird dial and rearranged Hours is definitely one of the most recognizable watches from this brand, so I guess it deserves its own fragrance based on that, along with some of the other watches and or ideas the brand has too.
I went to Paris for the first time last year, and I went to a cool parfumery, and I had every intention of having like one of those custom scents made, but I smelled this and I was like, this is all that is man.
See, he knows, definitely a masculine scent. Like if you're balling out in France or something like that, you might as well do it properly, right? You spend a lot of money trying to fly over there or get over there in some sort of way, so you might as well remember that properly. And if you also want to smell like Andrew here in Crazy Hours by Frank Muller, it's going to run you a clean €175 for a 75 ml. All right, on to the next one.
And of course we gotta do the cologne. Gotta smell good if you want to be good.
All right, my man's is out here decked out in LV, so I can't be surprised. This is pro basketballer center for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl-Anthony Towns, and his fragrance of choice is Louis Vuitton's Orage. And so far, if I had to pick a personal favorite from the men's line of LV, I would say this is it.
I think it's more of like, you know, kind of got like some sweet tones to it, but it's real like masculine, you know? It has a great balance.
And Kat's not wrong here, definitely balanced stuff. Orage has this modern and sharp welcoming bergamot that you would see in other fragrances of today, but here it's followed up with arguably more sophisticated notes and or more traditional ones. So the scent also features iris, which is a powdery dryness, which I traditionally like, and is no exception here. But if I had to pick a note that this scent is mostly known for me it is the patchouli. Patchouli and maybe a bit of the vetiver, but patchouli definitely started the show. And sometimes patchouli can lean a bit too damp, maybe a bit too earthy, maybe a bit too green perhaps, but for me, you get a little bit of everything here and it's nothing too crazy. So yeah, again, Kat is right as far as the balance.
Applying the cologne is just as important as getting the cologne, you know? So for me personally, what I do, I always do 2 sprays to the body and to the neck area, you know what I'm trying to say? And from there, I take one spray to the hair. I mean, I'm 7 foot tall. Ain't many people smelling my hair, but if they ever get the chance, they gonna definitely smell the swag, so definitely.
Now, if anyone has a reason to maybe incorrectly spray on his torso area, it would definitely be Kat, because like he said, most people are not 7 feet tall. So how are you supposed to get that scent from way up there if you're way shorter, right? But that still won't stop him from spraying properly. So I gotta respect that. So if my man's up there is spraying his necks, y'all should too. But then he's just spraying his hair too, which is a personal favorite of mine. You know, say if you're sitting down, you're with your love interest, she goes through your hair like that, and then she catches a whiff of that as she is doing it. Bro, that's the best. Like, come on. Kat just has all the hacks here. So, you know what? Yes. For your CascadeScents approved spray routine, you, Karl-Anthony Towns, are the MVP of this video. I mean, you'll take what you can get because your team ain't hot right now, because never has been since you got there, but at least we can get down with you as far as fragrance, so again, fair play. But anyway, if you'd like to also smell like Karl-Anthony Towns here in Louis Vuitton's Orage, it's going to run you $265 for 100 ml. And there you go for them. Hopefully you enjoyed this edition of me reacting to more celebrities and more fragrances on that GQ hit series 10 Things I Can't Live Without. This is always fun as always, but it's at that time of the video that I want you to get involved. Did you have a favorite celebrity on this list, or perhaps a favorite fragrance? Please let me know in the comment section below. Again, if we hit 500 likes, I'll be dropping another one of these videos, hopefully sooner than later too. So please be sure to like if you have yet to, and also subscribe too, so when that video comes to you, it comes to you ASAP, especially if you hit that notification bell as well. Until then, that about does it for me, so thanks again for tuning in. Take care for now. Peace out. Bye. My name is Manny. Wear your fragrances.